Hello everybody, welcome back to AC's Crafts. Today will be my second video tutorial on how to make a wreath. Today we are making a wreath that is custom. I was recently at a craft show and I held a raffle to win a custom made wreath worth up to $85. And so the lady that won told me what she wanted. First it was she wanted, she's into enchanting things like I am, and she wanted a fairy themed wreath. And I said, okay, well, go ahead and take my card. It's got my phone number on there. Do some research and see what you come up with, you know, what you're looking for. And next thing you know, she sent me something completely different. So it wasn't a fairy themed wreath like she had wanted before. It's just a simple earth tone type wreath with a welcome sign. So I have a friend of mine who she sells things on Facebook too. She does these custom things for different holidays and different seasons, you know, back to school, teacher appreciation week, Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's, you name it. And she does more of the Cricut stuff, but her and her husband, they also do different wood crafting. And so I asked her to make me a sign. So this is a custom sign for this wreath, and it says welcome. And then we've got a little fairy sitting on a crescent moon over here, and then a butterfly over here. And she specifically asked for a neutral toned wreath with some greenery in it. So I don't know if you can see it on the video, but the fairy and the butterfly are both painted a dark evergreen. So she hasn't seen it yet, but I think she's really gonna love this. So anyway, let's get started on what all we're going to need for this wreath. So we'll be right back. Okay, so for this wreath, I chose to do the curling method, which I've already started cutting pieces of the mesh, but I have this mesh left over from Joann's that I got last year off season, so it was on clearance. And this green one as well, it's called, the maker is Park Lane, and this one is Place and Time. And so I'm gonna do bundles of curly cues, and I'm gonna add a little bit of green to it. And then you're gonna need a rotary cutter. And then this one here, this is a 14-inch wreath form that I'm gonna use from the Dollar Tree. And then I have some green burlap ribbon that I got at Joann's. This one is another tan burlap that I got at Dollar General. And then I have these kind of mesh ribbons that I got at the Dollar Tree. They recently got these in, and they carry them all the time. So I think it's great because these are I'm also gonna use this for a beach themed wreath that I'm gonna do for my own personal wreath. And then I have these zip ties here. Now I get these at Harbor Freight. It's $1.99 for 100 of them. And I think they secure so much better than the pipe cleaners. That's how I first started doing wreaths was with pipe cleaners. But I recently started using the zip ties, and it's so much cleaner, and I love it. It secures it. You don't have to worry about the zip ties coming loose like the pipe cleaners do. But if you want to use pipe cleaners, you know what? That's on you. And then I have some greenery here. And I've got this one here. It's got little tan flowers with some greenery in it. And then this one, I don't know if you can see it, but it's almost like it's got some greenish with some like tan and brown colors in it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use all of them, but I'm just kind of gonna play with everything and see how it looks. But other than that, let's go ahead and finish this up. Oh, one more thing. You're gonna need hot glue, which you won't need that till the very end of this. And then of course you need coffee. Well, I need coffee, so. Okay, and so also these are 30-foot rolls of the mesh, and I'm doing 10-inch cuts on each one. And I've got a self-healing mat here for when you're cutting, so it doesn't cut into it when you're cutting your mesh. So I've got it here at the 1-inch mark, and we're gonna stop here at the 10. And we are going to go ahead and cut through. Sometimes you need to come back a second time just to get the little pieces that didn't cut. And then I just kind of roll it, because when you're starting at the beginning of a roll of mesh, it tends to flatten out, and I just kind of help it curl in itself, and then set it right here in my pile. And then we're going to cut another 10 inches, so from the 10 to the 20 now. And this is a 24-inch cutting mat. You can get these at Joann's. You can also get these at Walmart. I believe at Joann's they can go a lot bigger than the 24 inches. But I've had this cutting mat since I started doing these. So it's still okay, y'all. So before I finish this, I just want to say thank you to all of my subscribers so far. I can't believe how fast that happened. I mean, I'm only up to 63 subscribers, but I mean, my other channel, my keto cooking channel, I've had it for 4 years, and just now, just now I hit 177. So I just want to thank you guys. You know, this is really cool. So thank you all for subscribing. I'm going to keep posting more videos and hopefully gain some more subscribers, and because this is what I love to do. I love to craft and I love to cook. So doing both of those and balancing being a mom, being a mother, well, yeah, mom's the same thing, duh. But, you know, and I'm a grandmother, and I take care of my husband. My husband was recently in an accident at work on June the 1st, and he broke both of his elbows and both of his wrists. And so I've been taking care of him. I've been literally his hands and arms for the last 2.5 months. So, you know, it's been hard. So this is kind of like my getaway, my break from reality, so to speak. So I just really want to thank you guys, and I'm going to continue to post more content. It just takes me a while because I'm very, very busy, but you know, every once in a while I can get in here and do something. And I actually just recently got the room back together after the craft show. It was a Christmas in July thing they did at the fairgrounds, and after I was done with that, you know, because I have to take down all my tables. I have to take everything off the tables, take down my tables, take my wreaths, my tables, everything with me that I'm going to bring with me. And so when I came back, I put all of spring and summer and all that stuff away to pull out fall and Halloween. And pretty soon I'm going to have to put fall and Halloween away and get started on Christmas. So I'm a very busy person. But anyway, I'm not sure if we're going to finish this wreath tonight. I might continue this tomorrow because my daughter called me and we were on the phone for an hour, so I didn't get anything done. And she lives in town, but you know, she's a busy person too. She's pregnant with my second grandchild, and you know, she's got a lot going on. And so, you know, sometimes the only way we get caught up is on the phone. We barely hang out anymore. So, and she's my best friend too. But anyway, so I've cut all of the pieces. So I'm going to turn so you can see my big pile I've got here. So I had one roll with some left over, and then I did 2 more rolls of this white and tan mesh. And then I have I have 2 rolls of this green right here that I showed you. I only cut one because I'm gonna see, because I'm not gonna use a bunch of green. I'm gonna go two of these and one. So I'm gonna go 2 and 1. So yeah, so right now just the one roll I cut, and I cut 10-inch pieces on each one. And so right now I'm opening up the zip ties. Oh yeah, I forgot. These scissors suck. So we're just gonna rip it open. Okay. Let's go down here. And oh, I forgot my clippies. Actually, I only need 2. Okay. So we've got our 14-inch wreath form here. Scoot y'all back a little bit so you can see. Okay. And we're going to set that over there. And we're going to take 2 rolls of the tan and white mesh, 1 roll of the green. And we're just going to make little curly cute bundles. Kind of like what I did in the last video. We're going to make little curly bundles, but this we're going to do for the whole wreath. And I want to kind of do them a little tight. And we're just going to tie it on there. Now we're going to do the green one. Okay, and then we're just going to put that on top of that one. And then this one on top of this one. So we've got our little bunch here. And then we're going to take a zip tie. And you can pretty much start anywhere you want in the wreath. But I think I'm going to start right here on the outside of this, so kind of like where this cross part is, just to kind of anchor it in one spot. Okay, and that's the trick with the zip ties, is they're slickery and they kind of move around everywhere. Oh, and I put it on upside down. Give me a second. Okay, my first boo-boo. And then we're just going to tighten. We're not going to tighten it yet because we want to make sure that everything is in place where we want it. So once the wreath is done, all of them are going to stick out like this. Okay? So once we got it, everything matched up where we want it, go ahead and tighten this down. And then you're just going to take your cutter. Now, if you don't have these cutters, you can always use scissors or floral wire cutters. I got these because these are actually flush cutters for zip ties, so you don't have these jagged edges down here against the big square part that it locks in. So we're just gonna do one whole side or one whole section of the wreath here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and finish the wreath off camera. Okay. And this is what it looks like on one side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we did 5 bunches. I think I might squeeze one more on here. Yeah, we're gonna do one more. Believe me, I got plenty of rolled up mesh here. I think I'm gonna have more than enough. But you know what? It's better to be safe than sorry, right? It's better to have more than enough than not enough, right? And a zip tie. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just stick that in there. So what I'm doing is I started on the corner here. You can see that I started on the corner there. And what I'm doing is I'm putting the zip tie, so I'm putting it under these two bars right here, the ones that are raised up. So I'm just going like this. Oh, we're stuck. Yeah, just going like that. And we're just gonna go like this. Stick it on there. Just hold it down with your thumb. Oops, came out. There we go. And then don't tighten it down all the way. Make sure you got it where you want it. Okay, and then we tighten her down. And then we go ahead and cut it. Okay, so yeah, I think 6 bunches on each section. This looks really cute. And we're just gonna kind of move the green a little bit. So it's just kind of sporadically out through there. Yeah, this is gonna be adorable. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop here, and we're gonna finish this tomorrow morning. But right now I need to go fix dinner and feed my family. So we'll continue this tomorrow. So we'll see you tomorrow. Hello, welcome back. It is day 2 of the custom wreath I'm making for a customer. I got a little bit of late start today, so I was doing some more last night, and then I just finished it up this morning. I haven't decorated the wreath yet, but this is how it looks now with all of the mesh tied in. And then this is the back of it. See how much cleaner it looks with just the zip ties on there. So this is a nice full wreath. Now this is a 14-inch wreath form, but we now have about a 22-inch wreath. It's about 22 inches wide. So anyway, so here it is. Now we're gonna go ahead and start decorating it. So I'm just gonna kind of fiddle with some stuff here, and what I like to do, I'll show you. So we've got all of our ribbon here. So I can place the sign right here and just kind of look to see how, you know, how I want to do it. So there's that, and then we have this ribbon, which I think is going to look cute with that, and then we have it in white as well. And then I've got some pieces of burlap that I cut, but I don't know if I'm going to use this or if I'm going to use the jute tube mesh. I kind of just, I don't know yet. And then I have this green, but this is more of a grass green. This is more of a grayish turquoise green, and then I've got like a forest green on the sign. So I don't think I'm going to use this. But we'll see once we get closer to the end results here. But I'm going to just kind of, like I said, fiddle around with the ribbon that I have, and then, hold on, I've got some greenery here that I was going to kind of add in to the wreath. So once I do some thinking here and figure it out, we'll continue this. So we'll be back soon. Okay, y'all, so it's been quite a day. So what I decided to do, I didn't like any of the green I had, because this green is more like a gray, I don't even know. It's like a grayish light, like a light gray mint green. Okay. And all the green I have here is just, it's too green. So, you know, I've got this one here, but you know, when you put it up against the wreath, it's just too green, you know? And so what I did was, when I dropped my son off at school, he's in the marching band, and our first football game is this Friday, so they have to go practice. So I figured, you know, I'd kill some time, and you know, so I went to Joann's, and I couldn't find any ribbon there. I did find a ribbon that was close to the color, but it wasn't wire edge ribbon, so couldn't do that. So I went to the Dollar Tree, and I did find this polka dot ribbon, which actually was what I wanted to do, what I was looking for. So I got the last 2 rolls of, it's like a sandy color. It looks yellow on here, but this is actually like a sandy color. So, and then I have this, just like the tan one I showed you, I have an off-white one that I'm gonna put in there too. I think it'll look really cute, because she wants more like a greenery style wreath on her front door, and then I'm gonna add in, you know, the greenery. So when I was at the Dollar Tree, I was hoping I would find these if they even existed, because I've never seen them before, but I was wishing and hoping, and my wish came true. So these are those little floral foam, but they're little balls. And so I'm gonna hot glue these down inside the wreath, and then stick the stems of the floral that I cut into it. And I'm also gonna hot glue it there too, so that it's nice and secure. And so for that, you're gonna need some floral cutters. I got these at, can't remember if I got these at Joann's or Walmart, but one of the 2 stores, they have these. So, and then I got some more of the mesh jute tubing, which is really cool, because I've been doing a lot of burlap wreaths lately, and a lot of more natural looking, and they've, I guess people like, it's very attractive. People have just been buying them up, so that's pretty cool. But anyway, I got this, got some more of this, and it only comes out at the Dollar Tree for fall, so it's good to stock up on this, because I mean, I use this year round. But anyway, so we're just gonna get started. I'm gonna start cutting off the stems, and once I start measuring and cutting the ribbon, then I'll show you what I'm gonna do there. Okay, so one thing you want to do, so when you're cutting your stems, you want to cut them all the way to the end. You don't want to cut them too short, because then you might not be able to use it later. So you just cut all the way down to the end, and then you line it up where you're going to put it, and then you cut down or cut up as you need, so that it fits in your decor. Good morning, everyone. So last night I had some literal technical difficulties finishing this video. My tripod broke. My ring light tripod broke. So my husband has this one that's made out of stainless steel, and we were able to rig my ring light on top, and the phone holder that came on my ring light just clips on there, so we were able to clip it on here. So now I have a new tripod ring light to use. Anyway, yesterday was a day. Man, every time I turned around, there was something going on. So, and I can't find my glasses, but I don't really need my glasses to see. So I'm going to show you guys what I've done here so far. Now it's not glued or anything yet, but right now it's just kind of placed there, and I'm not going to glue them until I actually put the ribbon and embellishments and stuff on here, because then I'll actually see what it's going to look like. So I just kind of stuck some greenery and some flowers in here, and I don't know if I'm going to keep them like sticking straight up like that, or if I'm just going to, like, you know, kind of put them in at an angle. But I just kind of wanted to place them, you know, so that I know where to put my ribbons and stuff when we get started. So I actually started cutting these last night. So I cut 5 of the mesh, and I cut them into 14-inch pieces, because what I do is I take the ribbon before I cut it. Let me turn you guys down here so you can see. And okay, so what I do is I'll take the ribbon, like we'll take this one, there's still some left, and what I do is I kind of place it where I want it to hang out, and then I squish it down in there, so I'm going to have this much sticking out, and then I fold it over like this, and that's where I measure it. And then when I take it from end to end like this, then I'll take it and put it on my measuring board here. I'll put my finger here to the end so I know where it stops. And this was about, you know, 13 inches, but you get the idea. So, and with the polka dot ribbon, a lot of times I'll do the crisscross method. Let me get one of my wreaths and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this one here I just finished, and this is what I'm talking about with I'll do bunches of 3, and then I just kind of like do this crisscross or X, or if you will, you know, just kind of a, anyway, so that's for that. But today, what I'm going to do is, so I've already cut a piece, and this is 22 inches long. Show you right here. Measurement goes all the way to the 22. Okay, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to make a loop, just like this, and then we're going to stick it down in here like this, so they're curled, you know. And then once I put the white piece in there, and I'm gonna do this color as well, so I'm gonna cut 5 more pieces of 14-inch of this mesh ribbon. And I'm glad I got 2 rolls of this polka dot, because once I cut 5 pieces of 22 inches, Well, my math isn't very good this morning. I'm only on my second cup of coffee, so it doesn't count. But anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get the ribbons cut out and everything, and then we're gonna start decorating this this wreath. So stay tuned. Okay, so we are back. I had an errand to run, so I swear I think the crafting gods are just raining on me today. They don't want me to do this. But I'm bound and determined to get this done. So here's what one of them looks like, and I'll show you how I did it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take the sign off because we're not gonna put it on there just yet. So here we go. So I'm taking the mesh here. I'll put it up in the middle so it's at the 1 inch mark. That way we're going to go between 6, 7, and 8 because this is 14 inches. That's the white. And then we're going to take the tan and go between the 6, 7, and 8 here. That way it's exactly, and you know, middle, the middle here is exactly where it needs to be. Okay, and then we're going to take our polka dot, bring it over here to the 22, and then half of 22 is 11. So we're just going to bring it over here to the middle, bring the other side here to the middle, and that way we have our loops. And then I just kind of stick it in the middle here, and then I'm going to put it right in the middle of the wreath here. So we want to find a spot where we let me get closer, where we put the one of the sets in, the set of 3. So that looks like a good middle spot right there. Be careful because it catches on the mesh, so, but that's okay, we can fix it later. And then just push it down in there. Now it does help if you glue the ribbon together, but because I'm tying it in here with zip ties, and then you just want to find where the middle bar is. That's the tricky part. And then bring this down, push it through the other side. Pull it so it holds everything together. And then you're going to lock your zip tie, but not all the way. You don't want to secure it yet because you want to make sure that everything is where you want it to be. Okay, and just like that. So we want to pull that one a little bit. Okay, and there we go. Now it's secure, and we're just going to cut it. And there we go. It should look something like this. So we've got 2 done already. We have 3 more to go. We're going to go ahead and finish those, and then we're going to start gluing in our greenery. Okay, so I finished putting all the ribbon in, so that part is done. And now we're going to glue in our styrofoam balls into the wreath, and we're going to go ahead and start placing them in the ball. Okay, so we've got the glue gun up to high temp, because low temp, it just wasn't setting. And this way it'll set. This is that hard foam. So I think this stuff is okay with the hot glue. I was thinking of the floral foam or styrofoam. Styrofoam will really, it will melt, literally. This stuff is it should stand up to it because I've glued this stuff before. Okay, almost there. Okay, we've got it secure now. And now we are going to put in our greenery, which I'm going to put the flowers in first. And I think I'm going to cut these down just a little bit. Take about an inch off of there. And we're going to do these right in the center. Okay, y'all, so I finished with the ribbon and I finished with the greenery, and I decided to add another piece of greenery to it. So here is the wreath with the greenery and the ribbon. And I'm going to put it up close so you can see. So I had these little sprigs of this more of a green, and then I had these little brown flowers, and then we've got some this is more of like a brownish green. And then where's my other one? Oh, and then I have these like little ivy type leaves just kind of hanging out everywhere. And now we're going to attach the sign, but I've got to find the right spot where I want it to go. So, because I don't want the leaves and everything to cover up all the decorations on the sign too. So I think we're gonna do it like that. Just like this. So let me go ahead and attach the sign. Okay, so gluing the zip tie thing did not work. So what I did was I took some jumbo popsicle sticks and I broke them up into pieces, and what I'm gonna do is glue them together, glue them to the back of the board here, and then I'm gonna staple some zip ties on here. So I got some wood glue here. I'm gonna go ahead and glue these on here and clamp them and let them dry, and then we will continue this as soon as it's done. Okay, so the glue is dried on the pieces here, and I put another piece on here because I went to staple it and it went through. So I managed to fix the wood on the other side. So I glued one more piece on there so it makes it a lot thicker. This is going to be almost a ½ inch thick. So, and anyway, I'm gonna have it sitting on top of a towel here, so when I do the stapling, it'll absorb the shock from the staple. I need to cut one more piece of wire. we're going to do 2 staples on here. And we are good. It didn't go through. That way it's nice and secure and it's not going to go anywhere. Okay. Straighten these out a little bit. Okay, and then you just gotta find the wreath down here. And I'm gonna go through the first middle bar and then bring it around the inside, and I'll show you here in a second what I was talking about. So it's kind of hard to see the wire, but I've got it coming through. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Okay, you want to pull it. Twist. You want to keep twisting till it's secure on there, and then if you want to make it extra secure you can wrap it around, but I'm not going to do that yet because I want to make sure it's even on both sides of the wreath. Like the other side, we're going to go through the first two, or the first bar on the bottom, the inside bar. Pull your decorations out so that the sign's not covering up anything, and then turn it back over and twist. Okay, now that we've got it where we want it, okay. All right. So now is when we do the wrapping, because the wire will loosen up eventually. So I'm just gonna wrap it around a couple times and then twist again, or bring 2 pieces up through the bars again and twist. Sorry, you guys can't see that, can you? That way it's nice and tight and secure. I'll wrap it around a couple more times. And then we can cut off the excess. Oh, where'd my cutters go? There they are. And there we go. That's one side. And I swear that floral wire is like hundreds of feet long, so you can cut off. There's plenty of room to have excess. Okay, and like the other side, we're just going to wrap it around a couple of times. Okay, and then if I can get them separated, come on, there we go. Bring one side up and twist it again. A few good twists. And then we're going to wrap it around a few more times around the bar. Okay. And there we go. It is done. Okay, I think she's going to love this. I have never done one like this before with the greenery on it. At least not like this kind, you know, with the greenery. I've done the ones where like put a pretty bow on there and there'll be some greenery on it. But this is a first for this one, so I think it turned out really cute. And here we go. Of course, you know, the sun's coming through right now, and close these blinds a little bit. See it better. There we go. And here it is. It's done. It's so cute. I love it. Okay. I'm very happy with this. Let's pull some of these out a little bit. Okay. All right, guys, well, here it is. I'm so proud of this one. It's really, really cute. You know, I love being given challenges. So, yeah, I think she's really gonna love this. So anyway, if you liked this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and just stay tuned for some more beautiful wreaths. And this video is already going to be really long, and I apologize. Like, I'm used to doing the cooking thing and editing and stuff, but I don't know, I might cut out a lot of this, but I did talk a lot through there, so I don't know yet. But if you guys are still here and you hung in here through the whole thing, I really appreciate you. And I'll try to keep it shorter next time, but I've never done a tutorial where I make a wreath. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.